Did I ever get lucky on this one? Holy cow, 260 bucks Canadian I paid for this whole thing. And I've since now talked to the guy on Instagram that was the guy that painted this gold. And he was the guy, he put about 2,500 bucks worth of parts into this thing not too long ago, about 5,000 kilometers ago. He sold the truck about 2 months ago to another guy. That guy, something went sideways. The truck ended up at an impound lot. It somehow ended up at the junkyard. Now it's sitting in my garage. So I've been talking to him. LS9 head gaskets in here. He bought a whole package from Brian Tooley Racing. So it has it's got a stage 2 truck cam. It's got all the MDS, VVT, delete, new valve springs, titanium retainers. He couldn't remember if he did push rods or not. It does have all new lifters. What else did it do? It's got a new oil pump. It's got a new timing chain. What else? He said the rear main's leaking. He said it had a new starter, but there was some weird wiring and crap. So I think in between the time he sold it and now, something happened and an old one got stuffed on there. Yeah, this is so cool because I wanted to do something. I wanted to do a turbo LS and stick it in something super lightweight. And a lot of these things were the stuff that, man, I didn't want to have to buy all that crap. So I don't know if I said LS9 had gaskets in it, and I've seen lots of guys have reused them because I'd like to pull it apart and just look at things just for the fun of it. I like taking things apart and I'll reuse them. I've seen Matt Happel reuse head gaskets and hit some silly numbers. So what the hell, gave it a try. What else did it have? I don't know if this is the factory intake manifold. Some guys have said it's a Trailblazer SS or a new body style intake, which is similar to the Trailblazer SS, larger throttle body. But man, I might do some China. I don't know if you guys have seen that Chi Ram, they call it the China High Ram. If there's like a Holly copy of a China High Ram that hits like the exact same numbers on the dyno. I don't know, I'd like to do some high RPM junkyard stuff. Kind of like what I try to do with my 12 valve Cummins, but also do it with, man, there almost isn't nothing that hasn't been done in the LS world, so I ain't doing nothing new, but you can go really quick on stock bottom end engines. Jonathan Capizzi, if you look him up, I think his car is called the Real Slim Shady Notch. He's got an LC9 engine, stock bottom end, runs on methanol. I think he's got a Holly, he's got the high ram intake. I think those guys are buzzing like 8,000 to 9,000 RPM or 8,500 RPM. He's run 450 at 155 miles an hour in the 8th mile, I think. I think that's the record for stock bottom end LS. He's got it, but 450 at 155 in the 8th. Like, that's insane that people have been taking stock bottom end engines that far. And for sure, none of that is easy. That's having 14,000 little details all perfect, and you're a hair away from this just being a broken lump when they're pushing it that far. But guys are in the 4s on this stuff, so it's pretty crazy. So I'd like to take a rip at doing something. So anyway, I got that L33 over there now. I don't know what to do with that one. But, oh, another interesting one. This has got 706 heads on it. He said he kept the 243s, and I've heard the 243s are a better head. So I might take the head off of the L33 and stick it on here. I don't know. I've heard these are very similar, like rods and pistons are very similar in strength. I think they're almost identical. The block is a little different on this one. The bores are Siamese bore, so if you look down in the coolant passages, each bore is connected to the other bore in this engine. In the L33 it is not. But I've heard some stuff about the L33, the main webbing might be a little bit stronger. But again, people have gone, well, actually they've gone 4 seconds in the 8th mile on this engine, and they've gone 4 seconds in the 8th mile on a L33. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I can't believe I found this at the junkyard.